Hey there, friends! Happy 2023! So I decided last year to start doing a short Meet the Artist speed paint every year to reintroduce myself to my new subscribers and track my progress as an artist. And also, if you were here last year, you've probably noticed how little I've posted this past year. Sorry about that. Life, she sure has been happening. I've honestly kind of been debating for weeks whether or not I wanted to make another one of these videos since I basically posted one video other than my Meet the Artist speed paint from last year, but at some point I kind of figured, well, I mostly talked about my art in my previous Meet the Artist video. I had the idea that maybe this time around I could tell you guys a little more about myself and give you guys a quick update on some of the stuff I've been up to this past year. Plus I've got plans to post a whole bunch more stuff, so hopefully that'll make up for it. But yeah, if you're new here, hi, I'm Colleen. I'm 24 years old, I use she/they pronouns, and I identify as non-binary. I figured out a little while back that the label non-binary feels the most accurate and comfortable for me in terms of gender, so yeah, NB. I'm an animator and illustrator who focuses a lot on character art. As such, most of the stuff I make is digital. I graduated from college last May, finally after 5 years, with a degree in digital media. I've been trying to really throw myself into my art now that I'm out of school, and I'm currently in the process of developing a couple of stories to make into animated shows at some point in the future. I'm planning on having my first series be a horror comedy, which will be talked about in more detail in another video. I included a winky face into the script for some reason, so just pretend I'm winking at you inconspicuously. When I'm not drawing or animating, I work part-time as a barista, and I've got many stories about all the various customers I deal with on a regular basis. One of which is that one time a guy yelled at me for not putting enough ice in his cup and then storming out of the store, leaving the drink he paid for at the register. But yeah, other than, stuff like that happening, I'd say I like it. Working with coffee has done absolutely nothing to lessen my crippling addiction to caffeine. My enjoyment of coffee. And I'm slowly becoming a fan of tea as well. I'm a big fan of video games, especially narrative stuff that has a story with cool characters I can relate to. My favorite game in general is probably Night in the Woods. That's been my favorite overall game for a long time. It's essentially my fall game, if that makes sense. I always play it when autumn starts and it gets colder, and it's kind of like a comfort game for me, which may or may not be a little concerning. I recently got back into my childhood love of Pokemon through Pokemon Violet and Legend Arceus. Arceus? How is it pronounced? I've always pronounced it Arceus, but I honestly have no idea. I also really love Breath of the Wild. I'm super excited for Tears of the Kingdom to come out in a few months. Give me those floating land masses and talus spaces, baby. I'm a huge music lover. I absolutely adore music of most kinds. Not all kinds, but most of it. I can sort of play the ukulele. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I've actually played, but I'm working on relearning it. I almost always have my headphones with me so I can listen to music whenever I'm out of the house doing virtually anything. I love finding and listening to playlists on Spotify, whether it has to do with a genre or a mood or a very specific situation. I think my favorite kind of music has to be bedroom pop. It's got a unique, funky kind of sound that makes you feel like you're listening to a friend making the song while you're hanging out. I love the sound. I love how it makes me feel. I also really like making my own playlists, especially playlists for my characters. It's been a lot of fun figuring out which songs fit their personalities or what they might like to listen to. I've been meaning to make them public for as long as I've had them, but I've been waiting until I release more information about them to do so. I've got a few videos I'm hoping to make where I tell you guys all about them and their roles in the stories they star in. I have a lot of plans for this channel in general, whether it's videos talking about my characters, or meme videos about them, or fan art, or speed paints, or videos about shows and games and stuff that I like. I just want to make stuff. I can't promise there will be a lot of content coming out super quickly, consistently one thing after another every week or something, but I have a lot of fun stuff that I'm really excited to make, and I can't wait to share everything with you guys. Also, it probably shows how long it's been since I've done a speed paint, doesn't it? There were a couple of details that ended up in the final drawing that I didn't even add until I stopped recording. I'd stare at the drawing for a bit and either notice a mistake or I realize I just straight up forgot something. If I'm being honest, I totally forgot to draw my pride flags that showed up in the finished illustration. Other than that, I'm decently okay with how my pose and props turned out for the most part, but I feel like my handwriting might be too small and I kept stressing over a couple of the details while I was working. I don't know, I'll get back into the groove, I promise. You might have also noticed that I added a border and a little animation of me drawing in the corner. I did this so I wouldn't have to stretch out my speed paint videos to block out the taskbar anymore so the drawings wouldn't look distorted while the process was going on. I mean, I guess I could keep the taskbar in, but I did not want to. This was also one of the first drawings I made with my new Huion tablet. She's a Huion Canvas Pro 16 and I named her Zelda, and I am absolutely in love with this tablet. I love how it feels to draw directly on a screen. I'm having so much fun. I'm so excited to make more stuff with her. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It feels so good to be making videos again. If you guys want to follow me on my other socials, I'll have them listed on screen now and in the description. I'm the most active on Instagram. That's where I post most of my art, and I've also got some information for commissions if you guys are interested in getting some art from me. I also have a Tumblr now. I'm still pretty new to it, but I'm planning on posting like messier sketches and doodles that you might not see on my Insta. I'm also on Twitter. I mostly just like and retweet stuff on there, but sometimes I'll post the occasional tweet or something. I have a TikTok too. I almost never post anything on there, but feel free to follow me on there if you would like, if I ever do post stuff on there. I still don't have a solid outro yet, so for now, just take it easy, eat your greens, do your homework, and I'll see y'all in the next one.